Hello everyone, welcome to the Wild Acorns Art Studio. I'm in my backyard today, and guess what we're painting? I know some of you are probably thinking, Lisa, what are you doing now? That doesn't look like pottery either. Well, I do have a lot of pumpkins and stuff to paint, and I am going to do a video on the windowsill pumpkins again. But I forgot to bring my pumpkins home from the studio where I've been working at to paint. So I thought someone gave me a bunch of these gourds. So I drilled a hole in it, but the size of a quarter, because that's about the size that you're supposed to do to keep the birds safe. You don't want them any bigger than that. And then I drilled 2 holes over here in the top to hold it. I bought this floral twine. It's got wire, and then it's I think the sun's behind a cloud. It's a little dark actually right now. But this is what I'm gonna hang it with. Anyway, yeah, and then I put a hole in the bottom in case water does get in there. You don't want to drown those baby birds. Now I did not clean it out. I never have. I used to paint gourds, gosh, many years ago. I used to grow them, and it's been a long time since I've painted a gourd. So I used to, I don't know, I don't remember how I even paint. Gosh, it's been probably 20, 30 years ago that I painted gourds, many moons ago. But so anyway, I never clean them out because the birds actually like the seeds inside. Now these, like I said, I got these from someone else. I'm not sure how old these are. The seeds are any good anymore, but I think it'll be okay. The birds can use them as nesting, so I don't think that'd be a problem. Also, they really don't want you to put a hole. Now I used to do that. I used to put a hole down here with a little stem in here. But they really don't. They tell you not to do that anymore either, to keep the birds safe. It's harder for snakes and things to get up in there. So anyway, so yes, I do have more pottery videos coming, but like I said, someone gave me about 10 of these, so I've got more to paint. This is the first one. The next one I'm doing, I'm going to tell you real quick, is going to be a pumpkin, and I saw this on Pinterest or something, and I'll look at the name of the person if I can find it. But it had the whole face cut out, and you put candy inside. And make a little, something to put inside. So I thought that'd be fun for the season. But this one I'm going to paint like a birdhouse. Now, but yeah, I do have more pumpkin stuff coming because tis the season. It's fall already. I can't believe it. So yes, I'm outside in my yard, and I wish it looked better, but we've had a month of 90 degrees or 95-degree weather, which killed all the grass and left all the weeds growing. So now it's like I have hardly any flowers left or anything. I don't know. It's sad. My yard's never looked this bad before. Oh well, who cares, right? It's gonna all die in a couple months anyway when winter comes. And I feel like I'm looking down, but since I'm outside, I've got this old stand thingy with the arm on it that I don't use it anymore inside. I'm afraid to touch it because it'll fall off the table. But anyway, let's get started. And I'm just using these. These are really, I don't know, not really cheap, but these are just Master's Touch acrylics that I'm using. Somebody had given my mom these, and when she passed, I inherited them all, and there's a whole bunch here. And I'm not going to use my Golden's acrylics on a gourd, and you shouldn't either if you paint a gourd, but they're so much fun. So let's see here. Now I have cleaned this. I cleaned it really well, and I sanded it down a little bit, so I did do that. In fact, I had to wash them all down and scrub them with like one of those sponges with the scrubbies in it. So let's see here. I know I want to put a leaf around here. So I think what I'm going to do is, I got some brown here. I think I'm going to add a little bit of white to it, you know me, because I don't want it all one color. Yeah, and then let's see here. This could turn out disastrous, but we'll see. It should be fine. So I'm just kind of right now, kind of just drawing on here. To kind of decide where I want to put the leaves at. And I'm going to put some flowers, of course. And so once I do the brown, I am going to go back over it with a little bit of green, because I don't want it all brown. So always start out, you know, light. Ah, almost lost that. We had so much rain early spring, and now we're begging for rain. Let's see. So I know I gotta get some flowers in here, so I don't want to put too much, too many branches. So, so also too, I did open up a new Etsy shop finally. I'm going to try and link the Wild Acorns pottery to it. Because it's kind of weird that it has, you know, it's hard to start over and have 0 sales, 0 followers. You've been on Facebook, you know, for 1 week, or I'm sorry, been on Etsy for 1 week. It doesn't, you know how that is. It doesn't always look good. So, but, okay, so I think I've got enough brown on there. I think I'm going to go to this green. This is a phthalo green. And I'm going to add, oh, that's really got some blue in it. And then I've got some lime green I'm going to mix in here. I might even add a touch of yellow. I've got this bright yellow down here. I think the sun's back out, but the sun's going down earlier and earlier. That's one thing I don't like about winter, is it gets dark so early and the days are so short. I know a lot of people have problems with, you know, all the darkness. But anyway, what I was going to say is, so my Etsy shop, as most of you probably know, I gave up on trying to open up the Wild Acorns pottery one again. So I don't know, I could be sorry that I, you know, discontinued that to begin with. But I even went in, I discontinued my my main web page. I deleted that too. I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to simplify it, is what I'm doing. I'm trying to simplify it. I got rid of my Facebook page, my business Facebook page, which had the pottery on it. And that could be a mistake too. But it was weird how it, I don't know if I'm liking this green on here. I might have to go back to more brown, because the green's going to mix up with the green leaves, and I don't want too much green. So know, these brushes. I always blame it on the brushes. So what I keep getting off track here, but so my new Etsy shop is called Lisa Kester Art Studio. That's my name. So I just went with that. I figure if people are looking for, you know, Wild Acorns Pottery, you know, my YouTube page is Wild Acorns Pottery by Lisa Shoddy Kester. So I figured, well, if I keep, you know, a word in the same name, people will be able to find it if they really want to. If they really want to. I'm not liking this thing here. I think what I'm going to do is put a leaf there. It's hard to paint. I'm trying to keep this in the camera, but I don't know. The sun must have just gone over my thing here, my cabana, a little cabana. The temperature out here is delightful. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, I do have about 7 items in my shop. I keep adding them, but I do have to, I have to take the time and find a good spot to take the pictures. I do have a light box that my son bought me a while back, so I could take everything in a light box. The only thing with a light box is that you get the glare, and I've even put a cloth over the top and everything, and I still get a glare. But so that's kind of frustrating. I don't know if you've ever taken pictures of pottery, but if you have a lot of light, there's such a glare, it's hard to see the thing. And if you take it in the shade, you just can't get the true colors of the piece, you know. So I don't know, I've always struggled with that. Let's see here. Looking for a little bit smaller brush. I've got some really nice, I got my watercolor brushes mixed in here, but I don't dare use those. I think, I'm trying to debate whether I should do the leaves first. I think I'll do the leaves first, yeah, because then the flowers can kind of oversee the leaves. So, okay, so I'm going to mix up some yellow, some lime green, got a little bit of phthalo green, and let's see here. First of all, I'm going to put this one in because that's the one I know I want there. All this cat hair in my paint. Everything has cat hair on it. That's one thing they can't get to me out here. Millie's been in there meowing since I came out. She wants to be out here. I think she probably just wants treats. She's so spoiled. I know my big decision will be whether I should outline this with black. So I think I'll wait and see how it turns out. I definitely do like the outline. So with acrylics, you usually start out with the dark and then go lighter. So that's what I'm kind of doing here. I know everybody's working on their pottery and stuff, getting ready for fall shows, and It's so weird not to be in any fall shows this year, or any shows at all. I did a couple at my house, but I'm hoping to get my knee replaced maybe in January or February, and then I'll feel more comfortable doing shows next year. But right now, I'm just afraid if I start lifting heavy crates of pottery, I'll ruin my knee, and then I won't be able to do the show. And I don't know, I guess I kind of got PTSD when it comes to doing that. Hopefully I can get back into some of the shows that I was doing. Some of them have a waiting list. And it killed me not to do them and to get out of that, but there we go. See how much like color? Can you see that? Like the color that has in that. I hope this video turns out, but for me it looks pretty dark. Now I don't know. I got these glasses on that turn a little darker in the sun, but gosh, I don't know. It's just it was so bright out here when I first came out, and then by the time I got all set up here, I don't know. I was going to do it yesterday too, and then I don't know, I didn't feel like doing anything yesterday. I bruised my heel on the driveway, stepped on an acorn, and I couldn't even walk. So that was terrible. I don't know, oh well. I'll have to look at the video when I'm done here. And if it's too dark, I'll have to delete it, I guess. There's a new shop that we have nearby here, so I might actually try to put some of my stuff in there too. Okay, yeah, I don't really like how those look like that either. They go. It's hard to hold on to these. I think maybe next time I'll paint that last, so I can put my finger in there and hold on to them, because it's kind of hard to hold on to it. Have you guys ever painted a gourd before? I know a lot of you are very multi-talented. Of course, you're all multi-talented, but some like me have, like to paint a whole bunch of different things. I just wish I had more time. I guess I have time, but I don't know. I guess it's making the time, right? I don't know. Remember the last time I was out here, I did a video, my neighbor started cutting the grass. She's actually moving out, so I'm going to have a new neighbor over there. So when I'm done with this, I'm going to spray the thing with an acrylic varnish to protect it. I also got a bunch of windows that somebody gave me, so I'm gonna be painting windows too. So I've got a lot of stuff to paint. I'll end up with all this stuff and then no shows to, no place to sell it. Well, like I said, I am going to put some of it on my Etsy shop. So if you guys are interested, you can check out Lisa Kester Art Studio. And you know what's funny is I went on there today and I thought I'm just going to put in Lisa Kester. Nothing came up. My shop didn't come up. And then I put in Lisa Kester Art Studio and my shop didn't come up. And I thought, so I don't know. And then I tried it again and it came up. So I'm not sure how if they have algorithms or how that works. But I remember when I had my other shop, Wild Acorns Pottery, if somebody left out a word, my shop didn't come up. Or if they separated it, if they put Wild Acorns Pottery is 3 words, my shop didn't come up. So, you know, I don't know, because I had someone email me and say, Lisa, your shop, I keep putting in Wild Acorns Pottery and it's not coming up. And I said, well, try Wild Acorns Pottery all in one word, and it came up. Now, wouldn't you think that the search engines for Etsy would be much better than that? I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see if we'll see how this works out with Etsy over the holidays here. I mean, the holidays are coming up. If I don't sell anything, you know, well, and it could be me. People might not just want to buy my stuff. But yeah, I didn't have any, the only visitors I had on my own website were, a lot of them were like from different countries, and which I do have a lot of people, you know, follow me on this YouTube channel from different countries. But I had a lot of people, you know, wanting to help you with paid services to fix your site up and work on your site and all that. And so that's what it seemed like most of the traffic was from. But and you know, that was, like I said, that was Wix, and boy, that was hard to delete. Jeez, you know, they don't, I guess they, in fact, I think my site is actually still out there on Wix, but I deleted all the content. um, I don't know. They said they were going to charge me for another year, 30 days in advance. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and delete it now. Well, they won't let you delete it until your subscription has ended. And I've, you know, I deleted the subscription, everything I could possibly do. I don't, you know, guess they don't want you deleting it either. It takes you a while to delete them. I'm gonna try. You know, I don't want all these leaves to look the same. You know, it's one of my. I tend to do that sometimes. Um, you know, you get in this habit, and then you start. You know, I don't want them all dark. I don't want them all light. I want them. I'm not real happy with the vine part of it, so I may come back and do something with that. I think that's a weak spot. I don't think it looks that great. so there it is so far. So I plan to add more leaves. You can kind of see, I hope you can see that, gosh. I know I'm in the shade, but I can see it fine, but when I look in the camera, I can't see it very well. Okay, well, this may be another dud video. Like I said, remember the grass cutting one? Oh my goodness. That was quite, it was frustrating, but it was funny. It was funny. Okay. So I think I'm going to do, I have some light blue here. So I'm going to start out with, well, I've got some dark blue, but I think I'm going to add a little white to it. I don't want to start out too dark. Jeez. I live on such a busy street. It was never busy when I bought the house, but it certainly has gotten busier over the years. I keep trying to talk my husband into moving, but he doesn't want to move. Okay, so I had a little more white than I thought, and I ended up with this color here, which now that won't be too much blue, but we'll see. And if I wasn't doing a video, probably what you should do is maybe if I is let it dry, let the leaves dry first, because you know I keep getting my hand in them. But it's tough when you're doing a video, and you know, if you don't want to constantly stop and start and stop and start, and then you have to splice all of them together, which, you know, isn't a huge deal, but I hear a hummingbird humming over my head. I have a, oh my goodness, I have a feeder, a hummingbird feeder right behind me, and they constantly fight over it. I don't know why. You know, I see some of these hummingbird feeders on Facebook, and they've got like 5-10 hummingbirds humming around, but not mine. They're one at a time. They fight each other, and I've got one in the front yard too. Okay, I'm gonna put this through here, and that'll help me pick it up. Although I'd like to somehow get this to go inside here, which I can worry about that later. I really don't want this hook part to show. This part here. I don't know if you can even see that, but for now it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of looking at the leaves again, and they're I don't know, maybe I should leave them alone. I'll take a look at them later. I don't really like how the leaves look that much. I guess they're okay, but anyway, let's do a flower, because that's my favorite part. I'll just do the guys see that? So yes, I ordered some more canvas bags today. I'm going to paint some, do some more of that. I'm going to dye them first, I think, with, or dye some of them. I don't think I'll do all of them. With an indigo, a blue indigo dye, so that the whole bag is a color. I think that would be so much prettier. Let's see. So, I added all that white there, but I'm gonna put some more blue, a little bit darker blue in here, because I want the insides of the flower to be darker than the outside, because there we go. Yeah, because the light will be hitting the outside of the petals, so those will be lighter. I think I may go back over here with a marker, the black permanent magic marker. I won't be able, well, I guess if I splice the video I can do that. What's nice about paint with acrylics is I don't have to wait till they're fired. I hope these don't look too tacky. You guys tell me if they look too tacky. Okay, so I think I'm gonna, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the center in it. Well, it turned a little more, I think I'm gonna, I don't know if I should come back. I guess I could use a different brush, Lisa. Got all these brushes here. I'm getting green though because of it mixing with the blue, so yeah, maybe I'll wait just a little bit, because I think I'll be okay once it gets tacky, but okay, so there's one. I don't know. These look like, I don't know. Tell me what you think. I'm not so sure. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what we can do here. This one's going to be one that's closed still. Yeah, so at least get some more color in there. I don't know, I think my birdies would be happy with that. Maybe it's the background. Maybe it's the brown background that isn't really calling out to me, but I'm going to do another closed one down here on the bottom. I don't know, can you even see that? It's really, like I said, it's really hard to hold them. Let's see here. This works. Wow, look at that. Let's see if this works. I got a paintbrush. Shoved it in the hole in the bottom. That's Charlie back there. Oh, he's going out. If you see him go out, he's going out to investigate. There we go. All right. I think I am going to put a couple little things with maybe some kind of a, like a white flower that goes through there maybe. What was that? Oh, my son Chris. He's going out to look for Charlie. It is so beautiful out here today. It's the temperature is just perfect. I think it's in the 70s. It feels so good. I used to love the hot weather, but not so much anymore. We're going into fall, and I guess Australia's going into spring. That's what one of my followers was telling me. I never think about that, but all the different seasons of the planet, of the world, at all different times. I think I need a little bit more dark blue. I'm going to have to somehow hold this up and get the lid off. There we go, that wasn't too bad. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'll just throw that down there. Jeez, I got a whole bunch of colors on here in my brush. Somehow I got yellow on there. I don't want yellow, I don't want to end up with green. Yeah, I got a little bit of green in there, but that's alright. Charlie just took a tinkle over there. At least you didn't take a poo-poo. Then I'd have to sit here and smell it. Oh. Let's see. so quiet today. I think because it's Sunday. Sometimes you can mess with it too much, and that's what I think I'm doing with this flower. Okay, that was going to be a little flower, and it ended up being a bigger flower. So I need to put another small. I just said it was quiet, but then it got noisy again. Let's see, I'm going to put one right here. I gotta somehow get comfortable in this chair. Hurt my back. There we go. Yeah, so we'll have to let it dry completely before I do the black. So I don't know when I'll upload this. It takes so long to upload these videos. I guess because I do kind of long videos, don't I? But I don't know how people do them. They don't. I don't know if they cut out parts or they speed them up or what they do, but I mean, it takes me this long to paint it. I feel like I paint pretty fast. I try. Oh, whoops, what the heck? How'd I get that yellow? Must have accidentally drug it through that yellow. I don't want yellow. There we go. Yeah, some people do such quick videos, and I don't know. I don't do them that quick, do I? But it's fun to sit and chit chat with you guys. A little chit chat. There we go. I do like the different colors. I'm not going to try to make them all look exactly the same. I want them to I want them to be all little different. Like I said, I find myself trying to make them all the same. So I think I need some color over here. Maybe I'll block out this leaf here at the bottom and put something here, or just do another flower here. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I can hold the gourd in that position. I don't know. I'm not 100% liking it here, but it's here now. Yeah, so after I stepped on an acorn in the driveway and ruined my foot, and I was limping around for a couple of days, and then I didn't tell you that I'm such a klutz. I sat down on a stool at the rec center where I work, and I was trying to help one of my students recenter a pot, and I fell off the back of the chair. I fell off the stool onto my back. um, I think my problem was I was so worried about my foot, um, trying to protect my foot, and fell off the back and ruined my back. But it's good now. It was pretty sore for a while there. Oh, goodness. Like I said, I'm kind of a klutz. Then we went looking for a Jeep. We were kind of looking at buying like a two-door Jeep. One to take the top down. And I used to have a Jeep years ago. Actually, I've had a couple Jeeps. Can't say I had a whole lot of luck with them though, but they do tend to rust out. But I don't know. So we were kind of looking at those. So I've been kind of busy driving around looking at Jeeps, but couldn't find one that I liked. We drove one that oh gosh, we drove an hour to see it. It said no rust on it, and the whole bottom was rusted out. And the Jeep almost caught fire on us when we were driving it. It was leaking gas so bad. Um, yeah, so we didn't buy that one. Yeah, the advertisement said no rust, no rust. It had more rust than, gosh, anything we looked at. It was the worst one. Underneath, which if you ever owned a Jeep, you know they're rust buckets. But it doesn't stop us Jeep lovers from wanting one. Okay, so I'm kind of liking that flower. Can you see that? Okay, so I'm going to go back and start adding some yellow in there. I think what I'll do is try to mix up, oh gosh, don't get all the, didn't get all the paint off my paintbrush. Charlie. Oh, goodness. Charlie, shh. Gosh, he's barking so loud. Charlie. Oh, sorry about that. You probably heard my husband or something. He barks at everything. This stick's working out pretty good here. But like I said, I think in the future, I will, I got my yellow mixed up with my blue. I'll leave that hole open. And, so I can hold on to it better. That seems to be, got this blue and everything. I don't think I rinsed out my brush well enough. So I'm kind of taking the orange now and I'm twirling it in the yellow so that there's yellow in there too. But I'm not going to worry about adding too much around the outside because I am going to come back and with my black magic marker. I have to kind of I have to kind of fix this where I did the, there we go. So I put this yellow, can you see I got the coming out the bottom? So I had to kind of fix that. So I think this will look much better with the black. This is like holding a lollipop though. Oh my gosh, this is it's a lot harder than I thought. Just trying to hold it. I think I'm gonna also go back. I think I'm also gonna go back and add some maybe some yellows to the green leaves. I don't want them too dark, especially if I'm gonna put some black liner, on there. That will darken it up. So I'm just doing the leaves real loose. Well, I didn't want that much white. I didn't want that much white on there. If your paints start drying out, like my paints are on like a deli paper with wet paper towels underneath. Gosh, I got a lot of white on there. Oh, goodness. There we go. I did want some different color ones, but okay. Yeah, so I didn't really like some of the real dark green, so that's why I'm kind of, which I'll probably end up with all the same color, which I was telling you guys not to do. Don't end up with all the same color. I do have some dark ones down here. I'm just going to put a little highlight on the top as if some sun is hitting that. And it's Charlie playing with his bone back there. You hear him dropping it. I think I'm losing the feeling in my left arm. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh gosh, I gotta set this down. So can you guys see that? There we go. Let me back it up a little bit. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think what I'll do, I am going to add real quick before I stop, because what I'm going to do is I'll add some little white, or let's see, what color? I do get some orange on here. don't know if I want to add orange though. Look like berries. I do want to add some little flowers. Some little flowers. You know what? Maybe I'll add some yellow ones. I've got a lot of yellow on my palette still. So I think what I'll do is add a little bit of, I'm going to add some little water, kind of gnat, some water to the brown here, and add some white to the brown so that the branches for the little flowers are a different color than the darker branches. So I have like, probably you can see that. Everything's, you see that? Probably can't. It's almost the color of my skin, but okay, so I can hear a plane going over. We live close to an airport too. Not, well, the way the crow flies we do. I know that's an old saying. I'm trying to get a thinner branch, but it's going on kind of a little bit thicker than I want, but it's just it's very difficult to hold right. But you know, I'm sure it's drying pretty fast, so. It seems to be easier to make a thinner branch. Add some water to the paint. Yeah, I got these turned out nice and thin here. But I do have thinner brushes. Let's just try that. Let's see. There we go. Add some there. Alrighty. This thinner brush is working out much better. Which, you know, makes sense. Okay, I think I get the branches in there. I think that's enough. Well, maybe do a little bit more right here. Yeah, I don't want to have it too gaudy, you know. But it might be too late for that. Okay, so I got the branches on there. Let's see. Let me take this brush here and I think what I'll do is a yellow, maybe a yellow flower. A yellow, not a yellow flower, I don't think. Maybe yellow berries. I don't think. Um, Trying to envision if I did a different kind of leaf, but I think I've got a lot of yellow here, so I think I'm going to do is mix some yellow with the orange and try to do like a yellow berry type of thing. Let's see here. And then I'll tie in. I think I'm going to go back and put a little more yellow in the center of the flowers. So I don't want those to really look exactly like the berries. I want the berries to be a little bit more orange and yellow. And so I'll make the center of the flowers a little more yellow. In fact, I need to save some of this. Well, I don't have to. Save some yellow. Save some of the yellow for the flowers. But um, I hope somebody likes this thing. I hope it. Tell me what you guys think. Does anybody still buy Gourd? I see them on Etsy. I mean, you know. I'll probably take the black permanent marker and maybe go in between. I don't know, the the branches are not showing up dark enough, so I'll probably have to go back through there and maybe add a little bit darker branches. What would probably work is my to set this on is my spinner for my pottery painting. These probably won't sell till spring anyway, when the birdies are making nests, you know. But this has been sitting on my table for so long. But I gotta paint one and see how it turns out. Oh, I got one down here. So Etsy, I found out they do take, it sounds like 10%. Is that what you guys have discovered with Etsy shops? Now I think it was a lot less than that when I had my Wild Acorns Pottery Etsy shop, but maybe because I'm no longer grandfathered in, I probably lost that. I don't know, but it's still cheaper than having your own site. I mean, having your own site is great because you can, you know, add. I mean, I had videos on that one, and I don't think, now I know Etsy has premiums, and I have not upgraded anything like that yet. I may do so, but for right now, I'm just starting back out again on it. You know, the nice thing about Etsy is it's so easy to set up. I mean, everything is just so user friendly. I mean, when you um, set it up with the wicks. Now, wicks ended up being like $450 or $460 for the year, and Shopify was more than that. If you want to add a cart, which means if you want to ring people out, and obviously Etsy is free. So yeah. It's like 20 cents a picture. And like I said, it's just so user friendly. It was so easy to set up. The only thing is, with the you don't want to have to change your name, because they definitely don't like that for some reason. I'm not sure what the big deal is. But it's not a good career move to change your name. That's why I have the Kester, my last name, in the new name, because I know that I'll lose people, but that's all right. It'll all work out. Okay, I got a few more to do here, and then I will go in and, well, put my dinner together while this dries. We are having steak for dinner tonight. My husband is a big meat and potato guy. He was a butcher for many, many years. I always feel guilty eating steak, honestly, but it does taste good. But I always feel bad, like, I always feel bad to eat the animals. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. But so the acrylics are drying pretty fast, and they should be pretty permanent on here. Like I said, I'm going to, when I'm done with this, I'm going to do the video. I'm going to finish with the black liner. I don't know if that's boring, be too boring for people to watch, but I'm going to do some black liner on here, and then I'm going to spray paint them. So the spray paint will just add some gloss. Uh, in the spray clear, that's what I'm talking about. I'm rambling on here, not paying attention. Um, It'll protect it from the elements, for a while. It should last a good long while, unless you get your birdies chewing on it. Which I know they'll eat some of the well, depending on how fresh the seeds are, they will eat the seeds out of the inside. At least that's what I am used to when I used to paint them. But you do have to let them, of course, dry out. This one's obviously dried. They're green when you pick them. So I think that's it on the orange. Let me wipe my brush off here. Let me look around. Oh, there's a woodpecker. He's on my metal. I don't know if you saw him, Da-da-da. He was right there. Um, he was trying to hold on to this my metal wind chimes, and he was just sliding down. Okay, so there's, yeah, this is really hard to see. I'm sorry. I'm not a very good videographer. Gosh, this is already an hour and 10 minutes. Oh, goodness sakes. I think what I'll do then is probably do the liner off video, and then, but I will add it to it because I know you guys want to see it. Does that look ugly? I don't know. It looks it looks pretty to me because I can see it in the light, you know. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see about that. So I will gosh, when I come back that'll be even darker. Well, I may not upload it tonight. But anyway, so there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And a little chit chat in my garden. But I'm going to take a black permanent marker, and I just use these, the Sharpies. I bought many different kinds, and I've used them all. And this just gives you the best line. Yeah, it's my favorite. Okay, well, I will see you in the next video. I will wait till this dries. I'm going to outline it. And I may just go ahead and spray paint it. And then I'll add it to the end of this video. And then I'll let you see it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for always such kind remarks. It means the world to me. And please like and share. It helps, you know, the algorithms of these social media sites. And check out my Etsy shop, Lisa Kester Art Studio. And I guess you make sure you put all the words together, you won't find it. I guess I only have like 7 or 8 items on there right now, but just let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. Take care. Okay, so I'm back. I finished it. Okay, so I put black liner on it and I varnished it. So what do you think? I hope it stays this darker color. Let me try to move around here a little bit. I got it hanging up on a little little shepherd's hook thing here. Little shepherd's hook thingy. Here's where I was working. You can see the flowers now. Yeah. So that turned out cute. I like it. I wasn't sure at first, but I wish I'd have put another big flower like right here, but I think the birdies will like it. Thanks for watching.